monitor. It's because of this 1 to 50 here. So if I change it to say 1 to 35, I don't save it. I just run it again. It should work. It can cause bugs to just run it again like that. And if I now shoot, it will blow up a bit earlier. It won't stand around. It will just explode at the end there. You'll see it have a HP bar. You can fix that as well. It's a bit tricky. So let's try this. I'm shooting at the egg, and you'll see it hits the egg, and it blows up, causing damage. Now if I can just angle my marine, when there's no egg in the pot, it will just keep going. My movement controls aren't quite finished yet. Oh, I forgot to remove the weapon from my marine. Oops. But you'll see it works. When it doesn't hit anything, it just keeps on traveling. If it hits anything, see, it has to be very close right now because of the region size. If it hits something, it will blow up and cause a normal Baneling splash. You can fix the model that comes on impact and so on. Those are tweak settings that you can set. If anyone needs a really tutorial for it, then I could add that, possibly. Just give me a shout on YouTube if you really need a tutorial for that stuff as well. So, now we have a missile. This is one way to create a missile. I noticed one thing in game. My marine has a weapon. So it starts auto-attacking. I don't want it to have a weapon. So I'm going to go into the marine weapons here, and I'm going to delete its weapon. Alright, so we go back to triggers. And I'm going to copy up this one, and I'm going to call it patrol, which is going to be our next solution. Let me just, I have a little cheat sheet here with my triggers, because I prepared a bit for this tutorial. There. I'm going to change this here to the patrol, which will be right below there. Have to remember to update this, which I didn't do earlier, and I had some strange bugs, which took me a little while to figure out. Triggering player, and triggering player. Alright. Inside here, it doesn't really have to be threaded, this one, because we're not going to do any collision detection in here. So we're going to create the Baneling, like before. We're not going to attach any region. We don't need the region. We can just delete this whole collision detection thing. We're going to delete the region. We're going to set the height, like we did. We're going to order, instead of ordering move, we're going to order patrol. Patrol. And we're not going to kill it in here. Actually, we are going to kill it, but we're going to take a wait. And we're going to kill it after, say, 2 seconds. It might end up coming back towards me now, since I've set in the patrol. So I'm going to set the off. But that's an effect you could create if you want. Have a boomerang weapon that goes away and then back to the player or something. I'm going to set the distance up so it doesn't come back for sure. And that's fine. Now, if we start this now, this will not look very good. It will look interesting, but it might not be the effect that you're going for with this. So, what's going to happen now is that my Baneling missiles are gonna pretty much home in on any targets that's close by. If we turn my marine around and we shoot, you'll see it turns around because it's basically it will use the default auto target range, which is quite big. You see it just flies up randomly if there's a unit. You can even fly straight backward. It's really homing missile. That's not really what we want. So to fix this, one thing before we fix this, I advise you to use the default Baneling. I have had some bugs in the past by doing this, and you can try to duplicate things and so on. I'll show you what to fix first. What we're going to fix is we're going to go into the attack skill on the Baneling. I'm now on the Baneling unit, and I went to attack. Acquire path limit. I'm going to set that down to 0.3. Now this alone will not fix it. I'm going to go to the behavior, Baneling explode. That's the wrong one. Sorry, I'm not gonna go to the Baneling Explode. I'm gonna go. Let's take a look. See, I saw it earlier, but I didn't write it down because I'm stupid. That's not the one I'm looking for. Baneling Weapon. This is the one we want. The Volatile Burst Weapon. And I'm also gonna set minimum scan range down to 0. What did I set the other one to? 3? I don't remember. Yeah, 0.3. And now we're gonna try again and see if this works. Those things you can duplicate, the attack command and the weapon, and try to just assign those to the Baneling instead. It's possible. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. It's a bit weird. I had some problems with it. So let's see now. If I fire, you'll see that my Baneling does absolutely nothing. Alright. Except explode when it comes far away. There it hit the egg. You'll see you might want to increase this distance. This is once again a tweak setting to get the effect just right. So we go back into the data editor and we set this one up to maybe 0.7. And we do the same on the Baneling weapon. 0.7. And we try again. Now maybe it will be a bit better. But this is just tweaking, depends on the size of your missile and so on. Just try it out a bit. And try some different settings. And we try again. There it explodes. It looks alright. Now it might be a bit big, as you see. Sometimes it goes and blows stuff up here. So maybe 0.5 would be okay. It's not as accurate as the other way of doing things. It's a bit dependent on the unit sizes and so on. So which way you do is up to you. I think this one is better for maybe for multiplayer maps if you just tweak it right, because it's doesn't run as many triggers all the time and so many weight. You can imagine if there's 20 or 100 missiles on screen at once, then yeah, this way it's going to be using the move way. Each of them running this weight and check constantly might be a bit laggy. So these are two ways of doing custom missiles for games. There are other ways as well. You could actually code your weapon in the data editor, make it an ability, and or make it just a weapon, and make your custom projectile and so on. And then in your trigger you could scan for targets in front of your unit. Just create a region, for instance, that goes from your units, is a square, and just goes straight forward as long as you want your weapon range to be. Or create some circle or arcs or something. And then scan, check for any enemy units in that region. If there is an enemy unit, make your unit attack it once. Or make your unit use an ability that triggers a special effect or something. There are many ways to do this, but now you have two ways of doing it. Once again, patrol way can be a bit more tricky to set up, but it's less intensive for the network, I will think. And yeah, this way is easier to set up and might be a bit more network intensive. I'll just stop rambling on now. I'm just talking and talking and talking. I shouldn't do that. So we're at the end of our tutorial. I'm gonna post some more videos soon, and once again, I have a lot of old videos at this livestream.com/Spider address, so feel free to check them out. And you can send me comments on YouTube or any other site, Hive Workshop, SE2 Mapster, UD Mod. I'm on all of those sites. Just send me comments or suggestions or requests if you have any. And I'm gonna stop this now. So until next time.